So yeah, there's always modules in the game that you can drop from Tech 2 to Meta without actually having any effect, and in some cases it's better, like the micro warp case. You pretty much never use a Tech 2 micro warp. Some things you can't do that, like an invuln. As soon as you drop to a meta invuln, it turns to shit. You can actually figure this sort of stuff out yourself. Some of you guys probably know how to do this. But one thing you can do in this game, probably most of you know how to do this, is if you want to look at how an item goes from like meta 4 to Tech 2, like whether a meta 4 version is actually any good, you can click on the Tech 2 version or Tech 1 version or any version of the item. Let me just figure out the fuck I'm going. Pause that thought. Pause it. Yeah, let me get back there. You can go to the variations tab on an item, then hit compare down the bottom. And then what you do, the first thing you do is you tick meta level. So you see the meta level, and you order it by meta level. That's the first thing you do. And you see there's a Tech 1, there's this limited one, and there's a Tech 2. Now, then you tick the important things about that item. In this case, it's a hardener. It gives you more shield resistances. So you tick these things to see how they change as the meta level progresses and it gets to Tech 2. You can see that the Tech 1 and the meta 0 and meta 2 both have the same resist, but as soon as you hit Tech 2, you get a substantially higher resist. So, don't use meta invulns, because they're shit compared to the Tech 2 version. Now let's do the same thing for a scram. Because obviously I can't just go through every single item with you guys and say this is that and you should use this, you should use meta 4 for this and not Tech 2 or whatever. You can just figure it out yourself. You just click on your item, you go variations, you go compare, and you go meta level, order by meta level, then you go, might want to look at CPU like fitting, let's tick that shit. Cap usage as well, that's listed under activation usage. It's quite hard to scan and explain stuff, but anyway, range, that's what we're interested in, because range changes. So you can see that a Tech 2 version uses more cap, okay, uses more CPU, substantially more CPU, has the same range as meta 4. The meta 4 is better. It's better in every way. A meta 4 scram is superior to a Tech 2 in every way. There's some ways it's equal. So in some ways it's equal, but it is not inferior in any way. In fact, it's superior in many ways. So a meta 4 scram is better, and even if you tick some more stuff, you want to see what else is going on. The overload optimum range bonus is the same. Overloading tackles are really important. Should always train your thermodynamics. Yeah, none of the rest of this stuff really means anything. But this tells you that there's no difference really between a meta 4. There's no advantage in going Tech 2. It costs less money. That's the advantage, because the meta 4 is quite expensive. Now everyone's still lurking. This is an outrage. Everyone's still lurking. Explain yourselves. No, really, you don't have to explain yourselves. That's fine. Alright. The show will go on. There's probably going to be dudes in here.